And we're back. We got another one. But before we get going, we got to take care of some housekeeping notes. This episode today is sponsored by Epic Mortgage. Whether you're buying, refinancing, or investing, call Epic today. That's 708 905 5300. That's 708 905 5300. It's your dreams, your goals. Let's plan together. Now, on with the show. Today, we're joined with LaTasha Sanders. From her roots in Chicago, LaTasha has transformed adversity into a platform for empowerment, community growth, and spiritual impact. She's an author, entrepreneur, and the host of Four at the Table, where she shares her message of healing and hope. Through her book, Miracle Mommy on the Big Blue Truck, and her tireless community work, LaTasha continues to uplift others by blending practical wisdom with deep spiritual insight. LaTasha's story is more than inspiring, it's a call to action to embrace who we are, grow into where we meant to be, and serve those around us with heart and attention. Welcome, LaTasha.
Hi.
Well, thanks
Hey,
for.
Dante.
Hey, how are you?
I'm always great.
That's awesome. Hey, thanks for joining us today. I wanted to talk to you obviously about the book and just about you a little bit more. So I was curious, you're dedicated, obviously you've dedicated your life to helping people grow into what they're meant to be. So what
Exactly.
moments in your journey have helped you realize your purpose?
Um, well, when I became actually when I turned my life over to Christ, but before I did that, I was always like a giver and eager to help and eager to do and get things done. So when I became more into God, then I really started to know my purpose on life. And I had actually read this book called Purpose Driven Life. I forget the first name, but I know it's by Warner. But nevertheless, I read that book, and that book actually changed my life and how I view things. And I was like, after I got done with that book, I was like, man, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? And God began to reveal my purpose here on earth.
That's awesome. You've
Yeah.
worn so many hats in your life. Which role has surprised you the most, and which one do you enjoy doing the most?
Actually, um, my book is Miracle Mommy on the Big Blue Truck. It is definitely based off of true stories, events, and that I experienced in my life as a labor on the back of the garbage truck. That wasn't so much a challenge for me. That came easy because it was almost like exercise, right? But I think what was more challenging for me is when I ran for alderman in the 16th ward. It was something that I never thought I would actually do. And that was a challenge to push me to be great, to push me to do things that I would never expect to do, or opportunities that I would never expect to walk in. So that one, and then also the job that I hold right now as a business agent for Lyona, which is the labor's union. I love it because I'm helping the laborers that want that do the job that I once done on the back of the garbage truck. So I'm like the attorney, some a little bit, something like that.
I like it. Let's talk about the book. I mean, obviously, Miracle Mommy
Okay.
on the Big Blue Truck. It's a unique and powerful story. What inspired you to bring this real life experience to the world?
So my life is very interesting. As I become, well, I'm a writer. So as I continue to elevate in my storytelling, I will begin to reveal, some of my past, some of my now, some of my history throughout the years of my growth. And this book here in particular, because because I was a labor, because I'm union, and I believe that I wanted to write a story on my life, right? And so I'm like talking to God, I'm like talking to the Holy Spirit, like, man, God, like what am I gonna write on? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really ready to kind of like go deep into my life story, right? And so he was like, children books. You're gonna write children's books. And so I was like, a children's book. I'm like, I don't know, like, what am I gonna say about the children's book? And then I kind of like struggle with it. And so I was looking at my great niece and my great nephew, and I'm studying them like, what would they like to hear? You know, what kind of stories would I tell? You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
God revealed to me that the stories that you're gonna tell in your children's book is gonna be your experience from your life.
Mm.
And so that is where it begins. You know how certain people write biographies for their lives and things of that nature. My stories are going to be told in a children's form, so they
So
can
yeah,
relate to bullying, they can relate to labor work, they can, you know, all of that stuff, you know, losing your parent, because I lost my parent, my mother, at just 2 years old. So in some type of way, God is preparing me to tell these stories, so for the youth.
that's awesome.
Hmm.
How did your daughter respond when she first saw the book?
So you know that's my daughter is BB in the book, right? And
Hmm.
so she's very, very excited. She was very excited. She is probably one of my number one cheerleaders. Um I She hated me working on the back of the garbage truck. She was kind of embarrassed. And she like, Mama, you, it like, it's really like, as you read the book, it's like that's how she was. She like, you always dress so cute and you always so pretty, but now you on this stinky back of this truck that a man should be doing, and you're back there doing it. But when those checks was rolling in and she was getting what she wanted, it was like, okay, well, it's gonna be our secret, Mom. You work on the back of the truck, and you know, we don't
Right.
want to tell nobody. That's how she really kind of like, she was kind of like that's not the job that I see you in, Mama. She really likes where I'm at right now, but it's my struggle and it's my story, and I had to start somewhere, you know. And
Yeah.
why not there? I
Did
loved it
she
though.
did she recognize that she was BB?
She knew she was BB. When I did my book release event for the book, my baby was there. She was actually there, and she sat there at the table with me, and we shook hands, we took pictures, and we sold those books.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah, so
awesome. Hey,
mhm.
I did notice gender equality is a strong undercurrent in the book. So I was
Mhm.
curious, what message are you hoping young readers and their parents walk away with?
That anyone can do anything, you know, no matter who you are, where you've been, what you've been through, what gender you are, you can do whatever God puts on you to do.
Mhm.
If you want to be a carpenter, if you want to be, here's my thing: be the best at whatever you choose to do in life. That wasn't something that I would have ever thought I'd do, was work on the back of the garbage truck, right? But I was landed that job and I made it the best and out of it, right? And
Mhm.
I became, and through the whole process of me working on the back of the truck, I actually started with just $9 an hour, right? And now I'm all the way making 150. So it's like it steps in that. And so with the job that I hold right now, we brought in a program. My business manager brought in a program with the CPS school, right? And we brought to the mayor and the school's attention. Hey, how about we try this program out to bring in the seniors to work as laborers,
Mm.
picking up trash off the public way and the lots and different things like that. That's actually where I started at. Okay. And then I was able to go and work on the back of the garbage truck. And last year we were able to bring some teens, some young adults that graduated as seniors on to work the program, and now they work on the back of the garbage truck. Isn't
Wow,
that amazing?
that is amazing. You know,
Exactly. So
Yeah,
mhm.
it seems like kids in general want the quick fix. They don't want to
Mhm.
put the time in. They don't want to start at $9 an hour and go to 150. They want to go right to
Uh,
150.
exactly.
So how do we instill that patience? Because you got to pay your dues, so to speak.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and that's what this story is kind of like all about, because it's gonna give you the rats, the roaches, the maggots, the uh the schools, the all of those things, from the beginning to the middle to the future, if that makes sense, right?
Sure.
And so I think that me telling my story, it would align others to want to say, this is okay to do. If she could do that and elevate, because it's all in steps. It's like I elevated from $9 to $15 to 30 some dollars to 40 some dollars to 50 some dollars. You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
And I've been in the labor field for 25 years. I know I look 25 myself, but yeah.
I was about to say, wow, I guess you're 26.
But so I think that me telling my story and setting and laying out a platform for those to come, I think that this is the great this book here really sets the trend for that.
And so obviously, there's a lot of women that maybe feel overlooked or boxed in. You know, what is your message, that this job's not for you when they hear that? What's your message?
We're all stronger together. That's my message. We can do anything we put our mind to. We can do whatever the guys could do. It doesn't matter. You could do it. Some jobs hold, like I've seen some women. I'm like, whoa, I I've seen some women work better than men. Did
There
you
you
hear
go.
me?
I heard you.
So, so I'm like, that we get it done. Is it a strenuous job and a tedious job? It can. If you're healthy and you stay fit and you're mentally stable to actually go in and be a bricklayer, a carpenter, because I took woods and carpentry in school,
Sure.
and look at me now. I'm in the
Look at you.
field of, what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I think apprenticeship programs are always good for men and for women.
Hmm.
We can do the jobs too.
And you kind of reference, and I'm just curious, just future endeavors. This is not just a one and done book. You have plans for more?
Oh, for sure. So the next book will be Miracle Mommy on shopping in the big store.
Mm,
So the big store, do you know what the big store is? Could you
I
guess?
don't. You got
Okay,
me on
so
that.
the big store is actually the alley.
Okay.
So when we're working in those alleys, we found all kind of treasures, new treasures, old
Mm,
treasures, antique treasures. We
wow.
find it. Yeah. So I found from antiques, from money, coins, gold. Like, you don't know what you'll find in the big store. And so we gave the alleys, we gave the names of the big store. That's when, because a lot of labor shop in the big store. You
Mm,
find stuff with tags on it. You just never know. Computer, like, you don't know what you'll find there.
oh, wow.
People throw all type of stuff away.
Sure. I'm curious, just as you were going through writing the book, what did you
Uh-huh.
learn about yourself?
That I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
There you go.
That's what I've learned. I can do anything, and so can you, and so can the next person. Um, Whatever I put my mind to, I set forth and I go at it. I could fail or I could succeed, but at least I tried.
Love it. Love it. All right. And then so as far as where can we find the book?
The book is actually on all major platforms. So you have Barnes and Nobles, it's on Target, it's at Walmart, it's Amazon. It's out there. Go
That's
get
great.
that
And
book, Miracle Mommy on the
man,
Big Blue Truck. I encourage you. It's, you know what I find, what I've heard from some of my supporters, the adults love the book almost the same as the kids. It's a funny book. It's a fun book. And the adults like they like, when is the next one coming? Like this,
Hmm.
it's an enjoyable read. I when I read it, I'm like, it's cute. It's cute. I like it.
No, that's
And I
awesome.
think anybody else who would take the time to order it and support it, they're gonna love it too. Wait till that second one comes out, shopping in the big store. That one's gonna be funny.
Yeah, I definitely have to put it on the Christmas list. No, I appreciate you coming on so we could promote the book, obviously, and just learn more about you and just all your endeavors. And I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time out to have me on your show. I really appreciate you, Dante. It means a
Hey,
lot. This is actually my first. Thank
see?
you.
Hey, not a problem. LaTasha, have an epic day.
You as well. Bye for now.